Hey guys. So, yeah, been absent. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you, my main reason for not recording the day before and not posting anything was because I've been having a little bit of a mental fight. Um, Sometimes I just go through times where my brain literally just wants to shut off. It doesn't really want to do much. Um, it's kind of like a zombie state. Like, I'm here, I'm fully aware, and I can do tasks throughout the day and stuff, but for the majority of it, my brain just feels like it's turned off. Um, I essentially get, like, the weird feeling of, like, I don't know. I, I think it comes from the combination of my ADHD and my OCD. Because my OCD thinks, oh shit, everything's gonna go horribly wrong for whatever reason at a moment's notice. It doesn't matter what could cause it, it could just be anything. And then my ADHD side of the brain hyper focuses on that. And so essentially it causes a toxic wave that just revolves in my head of me sitting there, um, essentially just going around in circles in my own brain trying to figure out what is going on, what I can do different to change it, what I can do to stop it, all that kinds of stuff. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes I can just sit there and I can be like, this sucks, whatever. And 20 minutes later, half an hour, a day, whatever, and then I'm good. And then there's other times where it's like, I don't know, it's almost paralyzing how it works because, like I said, sometimes a couple minutes to a couple hours, other times it can be a couple days to a week. And I essentially just feel like I'm not doing anything, I feel like I'm not productive, I feel like I'm not able to do anything, or what stuff I can do is so, I don't know. To me, it feels like what I can do when I'm in this kind of position is. Sorry, I could see Indy in the background. Um, Usually, whenever I get put into a position of extended paralysis, it's kind of like, I don't know, you feel like you're doing a ton, but not at the same time. You feel like you're basically doing nothing at all, and then you start worrying that you're not doing what you need to do, and then start getting sad and disappointed in yourself, and then it starts the revolution all over again. So, I've been trying to unstart that revolution and chill it all out and get it to STFU, if you know what I mean. Because I don't like when my brain does this, and also I don't want to keep having to make videos like this where I'm explaining why I didn't post or why I didn't do something or whatever. Um, I don't. These aren't entertaining. How could it be entertaining? Some dude sitting here with his phone flashlight lighting up his face, which the camera doesn't even look that fantastic. I mean, it's a cheapy webcam, but I'm doing this on my PC so that I don't have to deal with the whole waiting a half hour to an hour for it to load from my phone to Google and then from Google onto my computer. Because I have to, if I record on my phone, I save it to my Google Photos because I can access my Google Photos from my computer and then I can just directly download from there. But the exact process is literally record video, open Google Photos on your phone, give it however long based on gigabytes to upload said clips or photos, whatever, and then once that's done, then you can go onto the computer, go to Google Photos, select all the photos / video clips that you want saved and stuff. Why does my elbow feel so itchy, bro? Select your videos, then click download. Then it will take like 5 minutes to prep, depending on gigabytes. Then it will actually download, but it downloads a zip file. Then from that zip file, you have to go find that, extract all to wherever you want it, and then grab all those clips that are usually not in order where you can just grab them all and run. But you grab all of those, and then you send them over to the editing app where you can finally actually edit them. So you can understand how the rigmarole is kind of annoying. It's usually about an hour to 2 hour process, depending on how many clips I have, how long it takes to upload. Did I start uploading from the night before? Because sometimes, like when I go to put my phone on the charger, sorry, you can see the mic bouncing. When I go to put my phone on the charger, I usually try to open Google Photos or something in the background. Or not something. I usually try to open Google Photos in the background so that it can upload overnight and stuff instead of like having to do it that morning, because I had to do one that was like the morning, and I started at noon and I didn't post anything. I wasn't done editing until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was a 5-hour editing process, essentially, because, well, 5 hours that I was stuck exclusively at my desk because I have to babysit it while it's uploading and everything. Because, I mean, if you take your phone while you're uploading and you say, go outside and go for a walk, well, the changing of the networks is going to slow everything down, which could take more time. Or, depending on how Google's feeling that day, which sometimes it does it whether my Wi-Fi is good or not, you'll get it where it backs up most of it, but not all of it. And then you have to close out the app and reopen it, and then it will back it up for some reason. Or you have the oddball one where I had one clip that just refused to be saved by Google. It didn't even recognize it in like my video files. It was if you remember, it was the one of me hemming the curtain door. But I am dealing with a little bit of an upset stomach this morning. I think we made some steak and eggs, or not steak and eggs, steak and mac and cheese for dinner last night. And I don't know if it's the steak, the mac and cheese, or the combo that's got my stomach feeling like it's lopsided. All I do know is that I woke up with my stomach quite cramped this morning, and having to go to, but, yeah, that's kind of been what's going on. The only trip you really missed was us going to the flower shop, and even then, going to the flower shop was its own hectic charade, because we had $20 on our card. The plan was go to the bank, pull money off the card, take the cash to the dispensary. Because if you take, like, I don't know what it is for regular cards, but if you take a Cash App card, if anybody here knows that if you do an ATM withdrawal, it's usually like $3 to $5 minimum. Well, the way Puff's system currently works, at least, is that it's basically an ATM transaction at the register, even if you don't pull out money at the store. So you really don't save much by doing cash versus card. Well, no. You don't really save much doing, like, going to get cash out the ATM versus just paying with your card at the actual checkout. So yeah, it's more rewarding to bring cash than a card, basically. So the goal was go to the bank, pull out the money. Well, we get to the bank. Not only is there somebody already at the one ATM that's attached to the building, but I looked at the virtual ATM, didn't see anything, and I was like, oh, right, they have new ones that are both virtual terminals and ATMs further away from the building so that I can go there and do that. And it's supposed to be open 24/7. Guess what? It was not open 24/7. Because I seen dude in front of me, he seemed like he was, kind of starting his transaction and stuff, so I was like, I'll let him do his thing. I won't sit behind him, make him feel weird or nothing. I'm gonna just go over to the virtual ATM, get my money, and I'm gonna get the fuck out. Nope. Because about the moment I started moving, I see a cone placed so close to it, you could barely see it from any other angle other than right on it. If you were looking direct at it, you could see it. If you weren't, So, then I had to look like a dumbass. Pulled my car forward, seen the cone, went, fudge. So I backed up, tried to get behind him as best I could, but I couldn't really move that well. Because it's kind of a tight area where we were. And then, yeah. What was the next part? Oh, he ended up taking like 15 minutes, and we were just both sitting there like, dude, what the heck are you doing? Well, turns out it wasn't his fault. It was actually the bank's fault, because, well, credit union, their fault, because we were waiting behind him, he left, did all that. I didn't see anything weird when he left. So I pull up to the ATM, start doing my stuff, and sure enough, well, first I put in the wrong card. I tried to put in my EBT card instead of my bank card, which doesn't work. So that confused the system for a second, and then I pulled it out, reset everything, and then put my actual card in, and got into my account, seen that I had enough, went to pull it, and it took 20 minutes to tell me that I couldn't do anything. It said transaction unable to proceed or some shit. Yeah, it made us wait like 10 minutes just sitting there waiting for it to load, and then somebody else showed up behind me. So I fear that they had to go through the same experience. Like, I don't know. It was kind of annoying. So then we had to drive all the way over to iMart Express on Westnedge, like the middle of Westnedge, so the middle of town, to go trade $20 with my parents, and then go get off. Mind you, my gas tank was low too, so I ended up having to steal like $5 to go fill that up. I mean, I had the $5, but yeah. So yeah, either way, I went and got Za, came back home. She got super fucked up. She ate her whole dope rope. I have not touched mine yet, because I want to, but I'm also very kind of particular when I take my edibles. I don't want to take them and like just pass out too much, or get so tired that I pass out, or just go full zombie mode where I don't want to talk, do anything. Because it's really an in-between for me. Sorry, I hate when that happens. When you wake up first, you get like a little bit of phlegm and stuff in your throat. It kind of like messes with your octaves. Man, I've been talking for a minute. 12. Almost 13. If anybody's still here, comment peace. Comment like a peace symbol, or just say peace, or drop a heart, something like that. I don't know. I know it's boring, and I know it's not a lot to really enjoy, and you're not seeing a lot of visuals or nothing. You're just seeing some fat kid sit at his desk talking about his day. Yeah. This is my step of getting back to recording and stuff. I kind of go through bouts every once in a while, like every couple days to a couple weeks, where I'm like 100% invested in vlogging. I will do everything I can to get clips. I'll record everything that I see. I get super, super into it and super good. And then there's like 1 or 2 days where I'm just like, man, I don't feel right. And then I can't get off of that feeling, and so I get stuck, and then I don't record anything. Or if I do record anything, it's like super late at night. Or then I do one of these where I'm explaining why I was, I don't know. If you guys prefer having these over no video, let me know, because I will do them. Sometimes it is easier for me to just talk about my day than to show it. Especially as of right now. I don't know, it's just, there's a lot of things going on in the world, and so it's kind of sketchy to just be holding my phone out for everybody to see and potentially grab. So I try not to really record while people are like right next to me, because I also don't really want to incentivize them to take anything. So, I've also been thinking about it really long and hard. Hee. Funny. Um, if you've made it this far, here's a really special treat for you. Down below, I'm going to at least temporarily release an address that you can send stuff to, whether it be like a letter, a box, something you care about, something that's special to you that you felt, that it could be shared with me, so I can understand why it's special to you. Whatever has you. Anything sent will be greatly appreciated. Everything sent will also probably end up on this wall. If it's a letter, if it's something I can put on shelves, I can put a shelf up to put stuff up there so that people can see it when either I'm recording videos like this or when I'm recording live streams, so on and so forth. But yeah, I do have a couple of rules with this, and please listen carefully. This has nothing to do with who you are as an individual. This has addressing the whole family here. Everybody that is a part of this family. Please do not send anything that is illegal, harmful, toxic to cats, toxic to dogs, really just toxic to pets in general. No like glitter bombs, please, or at least if there is something going on, I understand it kind of takes away from it, but put prank somewhere on there or something to lead me to think that this probably isn't a good idea to open it inside. Like, if you're gonna send like, I don't know, snakes jumping out or something, I'd rather be outside so that it can jump around, do whatever thing, scare the crap out of me. Just not destroy my room and desk and potentially injure my animals. Yeah, so no harmful stuff, no illegal stuff. Please feel free to check Michigan state laws for certain things that you're sending. Yeah, I mean, in general, I would absolutely love to work with small creators, people who want to get their name out, people who want me to check in on stuff, review things, anything of that sorts. I'd love to get into that too. I'd love to do like little mini reviews. Review time with Bones. It's catchy. It's catchy. Holy shit, I've almost been talking for 18 minutes. Wild. Hopefully you still enjoy this. Yeah. Like I said, no harmful or malicious materials, nothing that can injure me or my family, no swatting, no nothing like that. This will be purely based on a trust exercise, and if that trust is broken, then I'll have to remove it. I mean, there's not much I can do at that point. As long as you guys work with me, I'll work with you. That's how I want it to be. You guys are my family. I'm ready to work with my family. Let's do it. So, I have rambled into your ears enough. You've sat here and watched some weird kid from the Midwest and a cat laying on a bed in a bird cage on top of stuff for 18 minutes, so I'm gonna hop off. I appreciate everyone for being here, being amazing, doing what you do, and just all around, I love y'all. Peace out. See you on the next one.